Okay, welcome to the show, everyone. I'm your host, Sherry Horner at Health Fitness Broadcast, and I want to welcome our team. If you're not on our team, you can be on our team easily by if you are a health, fitness, or wellness professional, a fitness or nutrition writer, and you would like to join our team, you can contact me, the link below. And I want to welcome our guest today, Nan Davis. She is a national marketing director with Restart Your Life, and she joins us from North Carolina. Nan Davis, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much.
I want to
I'm
say
so
welcome.
happy to be here.
I want to
Thank
say
you.
welcome back because our first interview was on another topic in 2005, and it's been a long time. But today our topic is beta glucan. And Nan is here to give us a lot of information on it. So let's just get right to it. My first question is exactly what is beta glucan? Now we're saying beta glucan, not gluten.
Right. Glucan, beta glucan. And the RBB stands for with the 300 is resveratrol, vitamin C, and then the B is beta glucan. So that's the products that are in that particular blend. So what is beta glucan? Beta glucan is a carbohydrate molecule, and it's similar to a fiber and purified, excuse me, from the cell wall of baker's yeast. And so what it does is, and I'm going to read some of this information so that I can stay on task with it and and be very clear of
Okay,
what
that's
it
good.
is
Go ahead.
because it does have a lot of scientific research to it. And I'm not the scientist, I'm just one here sharing the information. But beta glucan enhances the immune system by improving the immune response when the immune system is confronted with viruses, bacteria, fungal infections, cancer, parasites, and autoimmune issues. So, when absorbed and converted, beta glucan attacks to specific sites on the immune cells that have CR3 receptors, which are also referred to as a glucan receptor. So, by attaching or binding to these specific sites, beta glucan puts the immune cells on high alert to foreign bodies they do not recognize, as well as create an increase with the blood with your white blood cell count if it's suppressed, which is kind
What
of cool.
about if you're on any medications? Is that a conflict or?
If you're on medications,
Mhm.
no, it's not a conflict. When our beta glucan is taken with prescriptive drugs, there are no adverse side effects. In fact, research does show that our beta glucan enhances the effectiveness of many drugs, which would include anti-infection, cholesterol lowering drugs, and chemotherapy drugs as well. And even those who are allergic to yeast can take our blend of beta glucan because it is intensely purified from baker's yeast, the cell walls of baker's yeast, and does not contain enough yeast proteins to cause an allergic reaction to our beta glucan.
Okay.
And it is not a live yeast as well. So it cannot cause or aggravate a yeast infection.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So that's
Yeah.
a question I'm sure that a
Well, a
lot of
lot of
people would
people
ask.
ask that question, so I just
Yeah.
thought I would throw that in there.
Yeah, that's good. That was what I was thinking at the same time, so I'm glad that you answered that. What about now you've given us some information so far, but how do you know that beta glucan is an immune support system? I mean, how do we know?
Yeah. Well, in my research, after it was shared with me, I had found that beta glucan has been researched for over 50 years, in the finest universities and, teaching hospitals in the world. So it includes like Harvard, McGill, Tulane, James Brown Cancer Center, Sloan Kettering, John Hopkins, and even the U.S. Armed Forces. So,
Oh,
I
wow.
was pretty impressed with that.
Yeah.
And then I also found that in Japan, there is a PSK Crestin, that's kind of a form of beta glucan, and it's licensed as a drug and is being used by physicians there for cancer treatment for nearly 30 years. So
Oh, that's
imagine
great.
that, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
wow, I found that very interesting. And then a couple other things. There are thousands of peer-reviewed studies, articles, and reports that have been published in medical journals about beta glucan and the studies that go behind that. And just to one thing briefly, if individuals were to go to pubmed.gov and then type in beta glucan in the search line, there is a wealth of information in there on the
Tons.
scientific research behind beta glucan. And then one other thing, a little shout out for ours, is that there was an article published in 2007 in the Journal of American Nutraceutical Association, which is referred to as JANA, and they listed only one beta glucan as the only relevant immodulator, and it just so happens to be ours. So
Oh,
it's a
that's
claim
great.
I'm making, but it
That's
is
great.
documented and written.
Yeah.
So,
So
and
there,
then
oh, go ahead. I was going to say there's a lot of research that you're talking about, but why haven't we heard a lot about it? I mean, I didn't hear about it until you brought it to my attention. By the way, I think it's great, and I haven't been taking it long, but it's I can tell a difference. So
people
what?
do, there is a noticeable difference in taking the beta glucan, definitely. So,
So why
but
isn't it out there? I mean, information that I'm always looking for to bring to the public, and I hadn't came across it before. So
hmm
it's,
well, that's what I said. Seriously, after I did my research and I was chatting with a friend who had referred it to me, I said, why haven't we heard about this?
yeah,
And so one of the reasons is that it's been around for 5 decades, and it has been tested, like I had said, at some of the top hospitals out there and in medical schools, laboratories, all those types of things. But to purchase 100, this is what I found out, to purchase one 100 milligram sample of beta 1 3D glucan, which is what ours is referred to in the medical journals, our particular blend, the cost was close to $200. That's one capsule, one
wow,
capsule. So, and then from there, thanks to our manufacturer, who has really dedicated his career uh, to um, uh, to intensify the purification process and to make beta glucan affordable to the masses.
that's good.
And so, just to give you a little snippet of information, our manufacturer has 17 years experience in various disciplines of immunology, and he also has a pharmaceutical degree from the University of South Carolina. So his credibility and his expertise goes a long way. And,
Absolutely.
and so I'm happy to be able to share this information, like my friend shared with me. Once again, I'm not the expert, and he is. So we have some great documentation on that as well.
Well, I'm glad you're sharing the information, and there will be a link below so you can get in contact with Nan and you can get more information. Um, I want to mention the book real quickly. You were talking about the research, and this doctor from University of Louisville wrote this
Mhm.
book, and it's not associated with your product, but it mentions your product a lot in here, your company's product, and lots of research. And this in his book, it's very detailed for the medical professional, but it's very, he simplifies it and puts it into an easy read for the layperson. So this book is also available. Lots of information in here.
Yeah. And just briefly, you said the doctor and you didn't say his name, which is kind of cute. Nobody
Oh,
can pronounce it. Dr. Bedvika.
I didn't want to attempt to say his name.
Yeah.
I can spell it for you.
And this is another scientist who has dedicated his life for over, or his career, I should say, not his life, for over, I think, about 23 years now. And what he has done is just research beta glucan in general. and what the benefits and the values of beta glucan are. So in his research, he discusses the mechanism of action, which is very important to healthcare professionals. They like to know, okay, how does this work with the immune system? And then also there's a whole chapter in this book dedicated to glucan and how it can support cancer, and above all the other autoimmune diseases that it can support as well. It's an awesome book, and I'd be happy to get this book to anyone that would request it. I'd be happy
Yeah,
to get it
it's
to you. So
really good, really good. I have
welcome to.
another question. Talking about immune support, what about overstimulating?
Okay.
Can it,
Um,
is that
Great
possible?
question, because a lot of people ask that, because there is a fear for some individuals about that. So
Right.
no, it does not overstimulate. What it does is it primes the immune system. Typically, our immune systems are functioning at like 30%. By taking the beta glucan, and remember, you want the purest and the best, the most potent. By taking it, it can take you to levels of 70 to 75%. Well, who wouldn't want that?
Right.
However, there are individuals that do need to be cautious and really need to talk to their healthcare professional, and that is transplant patients, because of the anti-rejection medicine. It suppresses your appetite, or not appetite.
Yeah, I knew what you
It
were saying. I'm
suppresses
like,
your
yeah, I'm
immune
agreeing with
system.
that.
I'd like something. I wish it did suppress my appetite.
Yeah, we need one pill for fix all, and yeah.
Yeah, right, right, right. It's not out there. Trust me, I have searched. I
So
know.
go ahead
So
with the,
anyway, and then also pregnant women, you really have to, because so many things go on for women who are pregnant, and if something was to happen, they would not want to attach that, like to beta glucan. However, it doesn't mean to say that somebody who's been on beta glucan and then gets pregnant could not continue to take it, because beta glucan is a food. It's a form of baker's yeast. So,
yeah. But always
so
consult your physician before trying anything new. Um,
absolutely. And one other real quick is
mhm.
someone who is on high doses of prednisone. You would also definitely want to consult your physician on that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Um, I have another quick question. For anybody who has tried it or is on it, if you'd like to leave a comment below, that would be great. So do that. What about, and now there's other beta glucan, but is there a difference between your product and the others, and what makes this so much better?
So, yes. And there are many, many, many other products out there, of forms of beta glucan. However, once again, we are scientifically researched and documented. Ours, as far as the purity, potency, and the biological activity, which is very, very important, and for us is the price. So, because our manufacturer's beta glucan is highly purified and a biologically active form actually of beta glucan, and the most potent. And the reason being there is because his contains the largest amount of beta glucan in a capsule. And that's so important today. You really have to know what you are taking today in supplements. And I just highly recommend that in doing your homework. And so because obviously what I have found in my research is his standards are the highest in the industry. And he consistently delivers a superior product at an affordable price. And every batch is tested, and it is made in the USA, which is so important today to know that we are getting what is called a GRAS rated as
Mhm.
well. It's a GRAS rated, generally related as safe by the FDA. And that's very important as well.
And to know that it's not $200 a capsule, that's
Oh, yeah.
that's good news, right?
If
Um,
you buy a bottled water a day, that's about how much it costs
yeah,
today.
I just want to mention, well, first I want to ask the daily dosage. How much do you take a day?
Well, the daily dosage
Because
is,
I know how much I take, but
yeah, well, really it's by weight. So if you have an individual, it's 110 pounds per capsule. So let's say if you're 150 pounds, you still want to take 2 capsules because uh, with beta glucan, it's not like more is better. However, you don't, if you're 150 and you don't want to take 1 capsule, you want to take two. If you have an individual that is 220 pounds, definitely, obviously they're going to take the 2 capsules. But that's the suggested dosage, per
Okay.
day. And so we also have a 500 milligram, which, oh, yeah, RYL beta glucan, which is Restart Your Life beta glucan. And this is the purest form of the beta glucan without the resveratrol and vitamin C. And this is for individuals who need that extra special support. Someone like me. So I take 2 beta glucan a day of the RVB 300. And then also I just take one of the 500. And I really take it more so the 500 during the winter months, when the flu season hits and traveling so much, going out of town for holidays and things like that. And just from my personal experience, I used to get the flu every January. I'd be in bed for a week. I haven't had the flu for 2 years.
Oh,
I'm
that's
very
great.
excited about that. Oh, it's huge. Sinus infections. So, and I may tell you a little bit more about how it helped me, but for
Yeah, I
right
want
now,
to
that's
ask,
the recommended
I
dosage.
just want to mention one quick, you have another product, the lotion. So if you could just tell us a little bit about that. And I
Trinity
haven't tried
Lotion.
it yet. I haven't tried it
Well, would you like to get rid of those fine line wrinkles?
yet.
That's one
Yes.
of the benefits.
Yes, as I mentioned before, sign me up. So this
Yeah.
is going to be a must in my daily habit.
Yes. And you have the sample size, which I would be happy to send anyone, a sample size, they just need to contact me. I
Excellent.
can do that. But as far as the lotion, what's great, it's not a topical. It's absorbed into your skin. So it's not real greasy. Men tend to like our Trinity lotion. It's great for wound healing. My husband uses it because for him, he's on anti-rejection. Side effect is basal cancer. So he's always, getting little pieces burnt off his face. And because he talks to the public, he really likes not having the scabs. And so he's the one that brought it to my attention. He said, you know what? My scabs do not last as long now that I started using this product. Great for
Okay.
sunburns. You won't peel.
What about
You don't get sun.
eczema?
Eczema is excellent for that. We have testimonials on eczema, taking our beta glucan and then also using the lotion. But, and, there's information. I can email a brochure to individuals and they can see all of the natural products that are in it.
And Nan's information there will be a link in the description box. Also, there's a newsletter that you can send out,
Yep.
the newsletter and the
And,
sample.
yeah.
Free
And in our
sample. We
newsletter,
like free. Free sample.
complimentary.
Yeah, I like that. Complimentary.
Yes. And so, however, our immune health news, the information that is in here is testimonials. And I'm in there with my testimonial because I am a product of the product. I have a cousin who has fibromyalgia who has created great results from it. A lot of the individuals that are presented in this immune newsletter I know personally, so I know that it is helping individuals and working. We have a gal in here with Lyme's disease that was bedridden and is now out of bed.
Oh,
Also,
that's
you had
good.
mentioned eczema and then psoriasis. We also have some testimonials on that as well with pictures. There's a very graphic picture in here with a flesh-eating bacteria, which we're starting to hear more and more about those
Yeah.
types of things on the news. And so, they can read that information as well. And so I would be very happy to send an electronic or even a hard copy if anyone would request that. Thank
Okay,
you.
and that's really great for older adults that are not um, computer savvy and they don't go on the internet. If you have an older adult in your life that you would like to give this information to, that
Mm-hmm.
would be good. Nan will send you a hard copy. And so I have one more thing to ask. Again, if you are on the beta glucan, leave your comment below. Two, if you have produced a health or wellness product, even though Nan didn't produce this. She's just a spokesperson bringing the information. But if you have a health or fitness product that you would like us to review, then you can contact me. The link will be below. But one last tip. Do you have one last tip or one tidbit of information that we didn't cover?
Uh, just, and I had said it earlier, check out your research. It's so important. Don't give up on yourself. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, there are resources out there to help you, to get better. And I'm there. I'm there. I had my autoimmune disease for 20 years. So I have always reached out to natural supplements, and I'm saying this because it's true. This one for me has been the best and most effective over time. You can have immune health by choice and not by chance. So definitely go out there and check out your research.
Yep. And she can get you more of that research if you want. You can contact her. Again, I want to thank you for your information. Thank everyone for watching. If you would like to be a part of our team, if you're a health, fitness, or wellness professional, or a fitness or nutrition writer, you can join our team. If you are a viewer, you are automatically part of our team. So I want to thank you for watching the show, and thank you, Nan Davis. And if you like this information, like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel.
One more minute.
Mhm.
I have to compliment you. It's your turn.
Oh,
I just compliment you on your dedication, really, to getting the message
yeah,
out there to the
thank you.
public as a promoter and a facilitator. With the health and wellness and fitness industry, you had spoken, we've known each other. You've been doing this since 2004, with your radio broadcast, which has been, phenomenal. And so, just a shout out for really bringing this,
Thanks. You're
information to the
sweet.
spotlight for the public, because you don't see a lot of this out there, and you are the promoter, girl. You really are. And
Thank
thank you,
you.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you. That was
You
very sweet.
know, so
Okay.
you take good care, and I
And
love you.
we'll be in touch. Thank you very much for your information. Okay, we're signing off.